Mission changed to Twilight mission. Why? I can't do them. Ooh, bearer of ill tidings. Look at that. Highest quality lacquer, prayer beads, level 125, maximum of 5 swords. Okay, guys. So, what did I do last night is the question. So this is, of course, where the spider place is. There you go, Spider Nest Castle. What a wonderfully inviting name. I backed out of that world, as I'm going to be doing at night, and I went on an odyssey, and I learnt quite a lot. So let's go back to Chugoku. So in this zone, I did the Conspirators, which was that one there. What does it say that one is? Okay, I went through a shipyard, which was quite new. I've not seen it before. Quite small, but interesting. Took on a bit of a gauntlet of enemies, got a sword back. You didn't miss anything. It was level 45. I don't think I'm level 45. I have not leveled since yesterday, and I was fine. It wasn't a problem. The Bridge of Bone. That one's level 38. That one was a little trickier. It was this bridge. At each interval, there was a wave of yokai and men. And there was holes in the bridge, which made it awkward as hell. But for the most, everything was kind of balanced. Everything was really fun, and I liked it a lot. We saw that yesterday. Potentially. And then we've got this. Magatama of Fire. Silvermine Wraiths. So that one was go back into the mines and kill one of those tongue monsters at the end of the mine where the centipede boss was. That was a little bit tricky because that dude kills you so fast with the tongue that he killed me a few times. But aside from that, it was just a standard go in the mission, kill him, and you're fine. Then you have this. Heir to Nioh. Which is of course the same level where that boss bummed me yesterday. And it's level 43, which is quite high. That was pretty easy, except at the end there was like 3 waves of enemies, and the final enemy was one of those flying dudes with the staff. And my strategy for getting around his right shoulder still works, but I found an interesting other loop as well, where you can kind of dodge through one of his attacks, hit him, and he does a counter hit. And I don't know if he did it the same way he does it in this game, in the beta that I played, but I assume he does. And I was just looping that one move, and he had a ton of life, and then he started trying to grab me, then he started flying, and he had like a flying move that you could really easily counter. Do not mash that enemy though, because he goes through your attacks, even when his back's turned. Which is something I didn't appreciate. Way later on than I expected him to be as well. But I killed him. And then I did the training. You know, the training against the really cool dude with the sword? I no-damaged him to see if I could get something for doing it. It didn't give me one of the titles, but I did get his sword, which I don't know if that's the part of the game. I hope it is, because it's pretty cool. It was a really interesting fight. I love that fight to death. Had a ton of fun doing it. And then I went back to Kyushu. And in Kyushu, I did this level, Invitation of the Warrior. Remember when Tachibana kicked my ass yesterday? Well, last night I beat him and I no-damaged him. And I got a really good sword for that. So I don't know if it's kind of like a thing in the game, but I hope it is. And then I went into Deep Shadows and I killed Hino Enma, no damage. And I don't know if I got anything for that because that was the last thing I did. And the good thing about this game is you can prove that you've done these things. Because in your title list it shows. And you get some nice rewards for doing it as far as these titles. So as you see, Hino Enma Crusher defeated without taking a single hit. That is 5 stars, 60 reputation points, whatever they are. There's no space for that training guy, I don't think. Yeah, and then if you look in this list, you'll see the Tachibana one. There you go, Tachibana Crusher without a single hit. I know it sounds highly unlikely considering how much he beat me up yesterday, but I got him. And I killed him a few times actually, 3 times. Because it's a really fun fight. But suffice to say, that was something that was learned yesterday. And something else that was learned as well was in the dojo. It was in the, what's it called? The Blacksmith. So, can you remember how I was mentioning that I wasn't really understanding the point of the soul match on the weapons? Well, it's because I was doing it the wrong way. I was doing it in reverse. I was trying to make the best weapons better, when what it seems to do, guys, what I think it does is, for instance, if you really, really, really like this sword, the Nami Oyogi Kanamitsu at level 29, it's got all that good stuff on it. By the way, that's the sword I got off him. Do you know why it's good? Because it has its damage is affected by skill, and my weapons scale off skill, because that's what I'm making my build to be. So for instance, I'll unlock it. This is a sword that you really, really want to use, but it's only level 29 and you've got a level 51. You chuck it in here, and then that level 51 augments this one all the way back up to being relevant again at a cost. So you're essentially making it incredibly powerful by sacrificing something quite strong, which in this case are these other swords that I've managed to get from doing some of these missions that I've mentioned. Like, look at that. All of these kind of go forth the same way. Put that up to 414, which is kind of 427. Those three, sorry. Is there anything on here that does that? 435 if I use my dual swords. Damn. 439 with the Kusarigama. And that's how you use this feature. Can I build another Raikiri? Because that might be worth doing just for the numbers alone. See if we can forge a Raikiri. So, I've got the components. It only takes Tama Hagane. And do I have rare Tama Hagane? I do. But it needs 6. So what I'm going to try and do, guys, is I'm going to forge more rare Tama Hagane. So highest quality, this stuff. And I can make 3. So now that I have the highest quality of craftsmanship for that, that's the only ingredient that sword required, right? It needs 6 of those. I can now take 6 of the rarest possible crafting components with the other mandatory crafting component and make, hopefully, the best variant I can make of this weapon. Let's see, shall we? I'm just going to make it for the purposes of putting it in that other weapon as an example, but we'll see. So that has change to attack, spirit. So if I had high spirit, that would be great because it's a C. It's lightning elemental as well. It's got 363 as a base damage. Add it to the old inventory. And then we see if we can soul match that. Because my other sword is this one. 356 with all those abilities. That one is 363 with less abilities. And I care less about it because that one I felt like I earned. So we go to that sword that I was talking about, the Nami. Pick that bad boy. And then we dump the most recent Raikiri. And boom. But look at how much that costs. Because the Raikiri is rather high level. No, they both were going to cost a lot, weren't they? But that costs ever so slightly more. Good God. So I can't do it, but you get the idea. That is big numbers. I will be saving up to do that, just for the sake. I don't even like that sword, but, you know. It's something worth knowing. And another good thing, too, you can either sell your weapons for gold, if you need gold, or sell or break them into Amrita, or disassemble them. And I recommend a lot of the loot that you get, disassemble it, because if you look, you get both components to craft with and components to reforge with. And you're going to need a lot of these. So doing it early, probably a good idea in my opinion. So if you get a shit ton of armor and weapons from killing Revenants, use that as well. Don't just use it to level up like Darkside Phil's doing. Speaking of, what level am I, right? I'm level 39. That's pretty high. Pretty damn high, right? And I've done missions that were higher than me comfortably at 39. Now imagine being a lot higher than the mission specifies. Like, I think Darkside Phil is 4 levels lower than me, and he's nowhere near as far into the game as I am, so it's kind of scary how he's leveling in this game, and I don't know how he's doing it. He's a beast. I'm also not too sure what the colours mean here. Why is toughness 86? Is it because it's augmented by something? Is my attack 324 because it's lowered by something? I don't know. I also realised that toughness, I read wrong. I saw toughness as being something that helped your HP and helps your defense. It doesn't. It helps you guard. It helps you take less key damage when you guard, which is incredibly important, and I've been neglecting it, so I've changed that swiftly. But you see how that picture there is items, and then do you see how in the bottom right hand side you've got Amrita, gold, whatever that weird shiny thing is, and then item symbol? What does 100... Well, that's not even 100 million. It's 100 million. That's 1,000,000, isn't it? 1 and then 6, yeah. There you go. I've got 1,000,000 items, apparently. I don't know how, but video games. Anyhow, that is a quick rundown of exactly what I got up to last night. Tried to do Twilight missions, couldn't do them. I have to unlock them first. And now we can go back to Kinky region and get kinky with spiders. Which I'm not happy about, but you know. We'll make it work. With good old Liam Neeson here. Whew. So one thing I've noticed while playing Nioh, I've noticed that I haven't fought anything new. And I've put quite a lot of time into the game at this point. But it's kind of interesting that everything I've fought, I've already killed before. And then, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of betas and things and alphas and things. And it does make a difference. But I expected to have seen new things by this point. Fuck you, spears. Just get bent, tosser. There you go. I don't understand the timing of that. Sometimes I get it perfectly, other times I really don't. I'm hoping somebody's got a super technical video on YouTube once I finish playing the game. So I can just be like, oh, that's how this works. Yeah, cool. Good find, dude. You're way smarter than I am. But I don't know if I will. So, super scary spider moment. Brace yourself, boys. I say it like you're as bugged by spiders as I am. Even though these ones... They drop lacquer too. I'm going to have to farm them. The good news is... This big fella... Okay. You do no damage. Oh, that crushed his ass. Why did I am I this low life? What are you doing, Chris? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that is quite good damage. Whoa. So you know now that he's spawned and he's running around, will I be able to run past and open that door? Because we killed this dickhead yesterday. He's a spider. What more does one need? That's the strength of the spears if you don't know. They're so strong in this game. Because this game is all about interrupting your enemy. And if you're not in range to interrupt them, then you can't interrupt them, right? Like, look how hard I have to work to interrupt. I have to be in their mouth and I have to be hitting them as hard as I can, feverishly. You use a spear, you can be doing all of those things at a safe distance, and you can still be dodging backwards out of any potential reprisals. That's what makes them so strong. Like, I watched good old Phil take on Tachibana inside the ruins, and it was almost a different fight because Tachi he couldn't do anything. Every time he tried to get close, Phil could poke him. And it doesn't take a godlike player to just poke an NPC. And he made him look completely worthless, and it was kind of hard to watch. For the boss, more than anything, because I know that boss can hurt, because he hurt the hell out of me. He's a beast. But watching him get completely neutralized by a good strategy, you could say, was definitely something. What is it doing? You're not even in the right place, you git. No, you've got to kill him because the door's not right. Every time I shoot him, I'm getting... Is it Amrita? Seems that way. It says I still have bullets, so I do. Yeah, he was safeguarding the door. Interesting. Another thing I found out yesterday too, when I found a few Revenants in this area. The Revenants can run through the eggs and trigger spiders to spawn, so they can you can have NPC chasing you down and spiders as well, which I think is a bit shitty, really. Because the NPCs are already strong enough because everybody in this area is level 50 plus. Except for me, of course. And you, maybe. Hopefully. But we're back to where we were. It didn't take too long. And... oh, there's a lot of spiders here. And that's the spider just there. It's gonna be tricky too because hitting the spiders is awkward, and then hitting the spiders when there's shit around the spiders is even worse. So I think I'm gonna go low style for this. Or maybe I might be using the Kusarigama, because that's good at hitting low. What's the familiarity like on these? Oh, I can use them a lot. Nice. That's good to know. Good to know. So that's one spider, okay. What is it doing? Bye! Something funny I did yesterday too. I appreciate you didn't see much of these funny things. One of those flans jumped out of the water at me, look at that. And I knocked it back into the water and it killed it. I think it's hilarious, the idea that a water enemy can be so easily... oh wow, look at him. Blue guy. Goodness me, this gun is good. Here he comes. Gotta be careful for the tongue at this distance. I also need to be careful at clipping because collision will get me killed more than anything. Yeah, there it was. There's his grab. There's him getting his stuff back. I thought he'd be more dead than that. There you go. So, if that was not a textbook example of how to fight that enemy, I don't know what is. Oh, this guy's level 42. So there's one dude who's fighting the good fight. I'm going to blow my nose now, guys, so hopefully this doesn't stay in the video, but we'll see. Right. I like this level. This reminds me a lot of Onimusha, this one. Need to use my special moves as well. I bought the special moves last night. So there's the parry, there's the, like, weird blocking attack thing, and then there's that, which I never use, because I don't understand the input, and I just got it then. Okay. You have to hold it, rather than press it, which is confusing. And I've got that, of course. I think that's about it, right? Yeah, I think that's about it. I wonder how good that running move is. Okay. So we can drop down there. Skeleton man, here we go. Well, it's not got very good frame advantage then. It uses a lot of stamina. It'll be good to catch people off guard, though. It's hard to control as well. There we go. Is that just a random yokai chilling out? Yeah, the problem with this is the spitters. Ooh, Kodama. And he's a weapon one, I think. Should be nice. It's exactly what we want. Yeah, look. In spitters. Spiders are not bad, they're just like anything else. They're awkward because of the... You don't want them in a fight against this thing. That looks hilarious, but it's not the best move. Whew! That was not a good dodge, Chris. Not a good dodge at all. So will the spiders just naturally break out? He got cut down by yokai. I don't know why I call them yokai, because that says yoki. But aren't they called yokai? I don't know. Maybe yoki is the spitters. Fuck, wrong button. Yeah, that input's gonna... Oh, I'm in wrong stance. It's cool. That is the weirdest thing. It's like, get off me, get the hell away from me, and then attack form. I like it. It's cool. I also got a bunch of guardian spirits. I should probably show you those next time we find a shrine. I'll do that. I haven't even checked them myself because, let's face it, guys, I think the living weapon is cheesy and it kind of breaks the game. It's a bit too bullshitty strong, but there's weaknesses to it that need to be explored. I found out last night you can get grabbed while you're in it, and you will still take damage from grabs, which is Ninja Gaiden to a T, isn't it? You know, they're obsessed with fucking grabs. There's nothing that makes the grabs or cheapens the grabs, which is hilarious. So, be careful against the guys with the tongues, because they will just tongue you, and they'll grab you through it as you're mashing them down. I also messed around pressing triangle instead of square, and pressing square and circle again while I was in it to see if the animations were worth what they were. I just don't feel like they were, you know? Bow and arrow. An item in there, surrounded by spiders. On a Kodama. Kodama. Have I even been wherever this is? I don't know. Do I miss dropping into the house now? Yeah, of course I do. Well, big spider in the corner waiting to surprise people. We'll go for that item. So, can I cheese any of this? Not quite. How about... Oh, that went through the wall! Come on now. Come on now. You goddamn lock this monster. Come on. So there's another big spider chilling. Big spider over there on the wall. You know, I said I'd not fought anything new. The spiders are new. So that was a lie. Spiders are definitely new. There's probably been something else new. Is this a spring? No. There we go. Where the hell is this? I don't know where this is. Spider. Just there. Oh, and he triggered. Okay, fella. Whatever you said. He's doing the whole evasive thing. Are you going to do that? Yes, you are. That's a big problem with a spider, that. He runs at you to do a move that can't track very well, which means you can always exploit him by running past him, like I just showed you. Which is useful for players, not so useful for spider. There's a door. Maybe it's a shortcut. Maybe this is the door that wouldn't open on the other side. That doesn't make any sense though, because that wouldn't map up the level correctly, would it? Oh, no, that's the shrine. Oh, cool. Cool. That's good. I like that. The machine go film. I like it. So, I know. Spitter. Try to test the theory, shall we? Runs up. Can't track. Big hit. Good armor though. Give him that much. Got a dropped input on the slash there. That was fun. Will they break out without me touching them? Can I just do that? A spirit stone. I'm not entirely sure what that does. I've also realised I've got tons of those crystallised amritas, so I could probably level up 50 times, but where's the fun in that, eh? Death by spider. Ugh. Another spider over there. Skeleton fella. Yeah! Now that was funny. Doesn't open from this side. That Viridian sky. This looks potentially bad news. Oh, definitely. Is he gonna chase? I think he'll chase. He'll definitely chase, yeah. This is a better space for it, fella, come on. Just you and me. Like the good old days. Having leashing problems right there. That's what that were. I don't know. Tongue. Oh, that's really scary when he runs in circles like that because it throws off his AI. Which makes it hard to counter what he's doing. Damn. Sound like Gordon Ramsay then, didn't I? When he's disappointed with a dish. Damn. Just the damn. It's enough. People know they fucked up. Anyway. Ooh. Only level 39? That guy's the same level as me. Using a silly hammer. He's level 50. That's a bit more like it. See what this guy's like. Oh, he's using the trainer sword. That's cool. Nice. That was a mistake. That sword is really cool though. It's nice to see him using it. I got it there, Tai Sharyu's sword. Is it better? I wonder. Tai Sharyu, there you go. So it's got a familiarity damage bonus. God, look at that fucking... It's got a grapple bonus, which is really strong. And that proficiency bonus is 77%. That's ironic, right? It's 2 levels higher than my sword, and that's the sword that I got for no damaging that boss. Makes me feel a bit bullshit now. Maybe he's augmented it or something. But I want to keep those swords because they're cool. I should really go through Spider Door. But I don't like that big spider. Oh. Hi, spider. There's a jump back. What they all seem to do for some reason. You think the big spiders are going to act the same as the little spiders? He might. Feasibly. Oh my god, that poke is mad damaging. Oh no! That's what a dead end looks like, fellas. How did he take that? He's a god, that's why. That was bad. He didn't need to be though, I played it wrong. Oh, this looks cool. This looks really cool. Level 49, Death by Spider, eh? I don't blame these people for dying to these spiders, because if anybody's dying as fast as I'm dying... And that's what's weird about watching Phil play. Phil's armor's upgraded, and it's a full set, and it seems to be doing him some real dividends. So he can take a lot of hits. So when I'm watching him play, and I'm watching him get hit, it's like a different game. Which just goes to show that the armor's a big deal. Armor's definitely a big deal. Did you see it boomer turn then when I hit it? It literally turned to face me after the first hit. See, look, I'm hitting it in the face. I believe the bum is the weak point, but you only get one hit. So there's no point doing multi-hitting combos on it, because you're not going to get the same damage as you would if you just did the one hit while it's facing the wrong way. So I'm going to try a heavy Y now. And it still turned around somehow. I don't get it. What is it doing? Oh, I stunned it. I broke its sexy guard. I love how intimidating and ridiculous that move is. Do you know what it reminds me of that? It reminds me of what Wolf does. From Ninja Gaiden 2. Because doesn't Wolf have kind of like a crazy charge like that? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been a long time since I knew much about that game. It's one of those games that I never went back to. Especially Master Ninja. But I never forget my time with it. Because it was such an interesting game. You think this is going to be another one of those blue dudes? Oh no, just you. That was good, that. Oh, you knocked me into a spider nest. Wow. It's better than I thought it was. I'm going to spawn a bunch of tiny spiders because I can't run correctly. My favourite pastime in this game. I think I'm going to go to Tesco or something and pick up a controller because the moving is so important and it's so frustrating playing the game with this stick. Be less frustrated on an arcade stick, which don't make sense. Yo. Come on, dickhead. Get to an area where I can exploit you like I used to do. Can I kill these? There we go. Oh wow, I didn't even know he was there, dude. I'm just like fucking messing about with a mechanic in my head. And it worked, by the way. I did that time. That time. So you do have to time it. I was wondering if you didn't have to wait for perfect timing of a Kai pulse to get the flux. If you could just do it immediately. And like, you know, kind of how you do the revs in Devil May Cry 4. Is he seriously not going to move? Why would you stay there, you dick? Move then. he'll strike upwards, no? Yeah, these guys are getting a lot of life now. And my weapons are not weak, guys. I just must have not built my character in a way that's conducive to damage, and I thought I was, you know, focusing on one thing over a lot of things and hoping to get maximum efficiency out of it, and it's just not how it's played out at all. Oh, that's not the wrong that's the wrong stance. That was a mistake. That backwards dash is stupid. Like those people that don't know how to play neutral in fighting games, so instead they walk forward and just dash backwards. Like, what are you trying to bait? A jab? Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with it if you've conditioned your opponent. Dashing forward is almost as effective as dashing backwards, because you might be able to dash grab. Do dash throw. Or dash overhead, something. Get him to get scared of you, get him to block. Punish the block. But don't move up to him and then dash backwards unless you're, you know, trying to bait a DP and you know they're going to do it. It's just silly. I knew that was going to do that. Which one does he do? Clap. I've yet to fight a mimic in this game. Pretty cool, I like that mechanic. Need to tilt my screen as well because I can't quite see my recording software to make sure we're not failing. Because failing gameplay is fine, but failing capture is not fine. That's where all the music happens. So there's lots of sneaky rooms and doors and things. Killed by a skeleton warrior, that one. There's a big spider. There's a yokai. That's a skeleton who potentially killed our departed friend, sorry. Did he leash? Oh no, he's an archer, so he never moved to begin with because he's a pussy. Big dirty pussy. Go. I hope you enjoyed your little trap, friend, because it didn't work. Oh, that must be the gate I tried to open before, right? Oh, maybe not. Somebody died in here? Kamikichi, the widow killer? I still haven't figured out if the Revenants are just CPUs, because that name looks really specific for a human. Like, that must be the hardcore Nioh fan. There you go, friend. Missed. Get bent. Get M52, cut down by skeleton warrior. He's using the double wolf things, double dog dudes. I'm scared that there's going to be a tongue lasher. Is he the oh, he's the fat. Wow. You don't want that in this kind of an arena. This is better. I wanted to go outside. Outside is better than here. Yeah, let's do that. Where'd he go? He didn't follow me? Really? Are you retarded? You look retarded. Here he comes. You can't stop the rock. Oi! You know you want to do your little runny move that does incredible damage. Because my dude's a poof. Do it again. Backflip. Ah, he didn't backflip. There it was. Normally, just backflips. I wonder why he's not fighting like he normally fights. There it was. Invincible backdash. Because that's exactly what you want in your fucking giant enemies in a game like this. Of course. I wonder if you can make medicine do more. It's probably an equip benefit. Everything seems to be like equipment based. Stuff that makes your fists do more damage, equipment based. Stuff that makes you drop more shit, equipment based. Like a lot of equipment governance. Hey now. Somebody died in the spring. He was level 57 too, and he was cut down by a dude. Skeleton dude. 57. I'll have some of that. As long as you don't set these... Oh my god, I can't move, dude. Here he comes. He's using high stance. Electricity on his old sword. Doesn't have the best stamina though. And he's a masher, which is always good. Just use the kick to break the guard. Punish the moves. 2 and 3. And dead. So you can be 57, you can wear all the armor you want, you're still going down, friend. Because you didn't play well. I just hope my fucking Revenant fight's better than his did. Because I fought some Revenants, guys, that were really clever. They were throwing items, they were buffing and using all kinds of talismans, and then they were spacing me really well. Nobody fights quite as good as that trainer does, but that's because he's perfect. Like, he has the perfect counter-strafes that are 100% dictated by how you move. So if I sprint to the left like this, he will do the same motion on the same angle, keeping at the exact same point laterally to me as I do it. And he just moves parallel. It's really weird. I was experimenting with it last night, and the way he moves is just... It's computer reading inputs and following you perfectly. It's really weird. But it means he's super dangerous, and I like that. So I'll forgive the bullshit for the fact that it leads to such a fun fight. I don't want to go down there. Oh, great! Why did he take 1,000,000 steps? 1,000,000 steps, dude. I didn't even have my fucking hand on the controller and he took 1,000,000 steps. I don't even know how you take 1,000,000 steps in that time. What a bitch. And now I'm in hell. And I don't want to be here. Admittedly, it's not as bad as it looked from the top, but still. I don't want to be here. I want to pick up that item, and I just fucked it up. And I'm all out of ranged, which is really frustrating. I don't like how ranged works in this game, because I can never have ranged, and I like ranged. It's very rangy. Damn it. God, Lost Dance is so broken. I love it. I want to kill this guy. Need to be careful with these fellas because their armor's too good. Well, look at that! Just immediately chucks a fucking dagger. This guy knows what he's doing. I don't know what that is. Stamina's bad though on this boy. Nice iframes, buddy. How did you do that? He went to do it then. This guy's problem is he's not using the armoured stance, it seems, because I'm interrupting a lot of this, which doesn't normally happen. Oki too strong, boy. Oki too strong. Yeah. Wow. This guy's got a really bad throw. Ooh, they don't like fire though. Makes sense, I guess. It's a spider. Use all the moves. Not from a Jedi. Oh, do you see the big spider there guarding the treasure? These spiders kind of reminded me of skulltulas for some reason. I don't know why. Anybody think it was weird that Phil was pronouncing skulltula as... oh, like that. Skullatula, I think he called them. Skullatulas, yeah. So that was weird. But I suppose everyone's got their own fancy translations of the old English language. Ooh, Shinobi box.